I was depressed. I was very like apathetic. I just didn't want to do anything except read manga all day, eat, sleep, play games as well. That's literally all I was doing around the foot. And this was like my first long summer because I just finished my A level. So what I had maybe 3 months, 3 or 4 months of summer. 4 months might be a drag, but it was a long summer. And every day in, day out, I was applying to jobs, reading manga, playing games. And I promise you, I'm not even joking, bro. I was not showering, bro. I was not cleaning myself, bro. I was stinking up my room, stinking up the house. And like, it got to the point where it was addressed. Like, my dad did like sit me down and he asked me like, what's wrong? Are you like, what's going on? Because he's a medical professional, so he could instantly see it. He literally just asked me, yo, like, are you depressed? And what I remember after that conversation was when I left his room after the conversation, bearing in mind I didn't really say anything, like I just let him speak. I left his room, I came back to my room, and my first thought was, I can't believe you just interrupted my manga just to say that's how much I didn't care. Like, I just went back to reading my manga, back to playing games, back to in the same cycle. And obviously as well, during that time I was gooning, I was PMO, I think that's what they call it. I was gooning hard, man. I was gooning every day, day in, day out. And it was tough, life was tough. I just didn't have the energy to do anything, the drive to do anything. But I didn't give it a label, right? I didn't give it a label. All I knew was that this was my circumstance. And by the time I moved to university, I had a fresh start. I moved to uni and I just determined that, yo, whatever was going on in summer back at home, that's not me anymore. That's not me anymore. And I determined to be a whole new person in this new city where no one knew me. So it was easier to stick, granted. It was easier to kind of to change in that respect. But when I did come back home, I would notice that I would start to slip back into that old version of myself. So I needed to do deeper work. I needed to be more aware of the patterns, learn more self-discipline. And what really helped me to learn discipline was starting to go to the gym, starting to work out, which I don't believe this person's mentioned that they're working out, they're going to the gym. So I say the first thing is to get some exercise, because even in general, exercise is very good for you, good for your mental, good for your body, you feel good. So the exercise was helping me out. And I was very religious at the time, so I was praying, reading scripture. The way you do one thing is how you do everything. So that discipline I learned in the gym started leaking out into other areas of my life. And I was able to literally completely stop gooning, stop PMO, and I was able to also discipline myself in my studies. And then around the time I finished my first year, I picked up reading as well. So this reading helped me to, obviously you gain knowledge from reading. You learn more about the world, about yourself. Another interesting thing I would say, another interesting thing that I would highlight is, after mastering self-discipline, the cultivating self-discipline, self-trust, convictions, I was able to actually begin to I'd say chase my dreams. Now try different things and fail at different things. And after all these failures, then I was learning just more about myself. And this person, I don't think you should feel discouraged or down about your current situation, because all I can see is that you're still 19 years old, you're still young. Obviously, where you are right now is so you can learn about yourself. And since you're 19, I'm guessing that you're on social media. He said that when he gets home, he's just on his phone. That's one thing that you should mitigate, being on social media, because you get to compare in your life of other people. And comparing is literally the thief of joy. Not to sound corny, but it's true. The more you compare yourself to others, the more you pedestalize people, celebrities or young celebrities, people your age. You'll create energetic space. The level of the energy of importance will start to build up and build up and build up, creating a gap in between you and the feelings you want to feel. The feelings you want to feel is what you need in order to have a better, external life. You just need to accept what's happening. Find acceptance, find peace in your situation, and just try to think what is happening now that I can use to kind of learn more about myself, because that's all it's about. The more you learn about yourself, the more progress you make. When you let things happen just the way they are, just accept things the way they are, then things begin to flow. It will pass over. I felt stuck before. That stagnation. The solution isn't to just to mope around, to kind of feel bad about yourself. What you need to do is unlearn the things you know now. Honestly, start by being grateful as well. Start by being grateful. Because clearly, whatever's going on now in your life, you don't want it. You're ungrateful for it, and you can only have more of what you have already. So the more you're ungrateful, the more things you'll have to be ungrateful about. But once you start finding the bright side, the good things in your life, start finding things to be grateful for, you'll have more things to be grateful for. All these experiences is what will make up the better version of you. Even this situation you're in right now is part of your story. However, don't let it define you. Don't let it define you, but it is an amalgamation of the full picture. Subscribe if you want to hear more. Like if this did help you. And I hope you guys are evolving as usual. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Stay blessed.